Randall Hughes with God Glorified, and we're looking at the New Testament Yahweh text. And you may say, well, it's not in any Greek manuscript. How can you say that Yahweh's in the New Testament? Well, there is a functional presence of Yahweh in the New Testament, as well as a theological assertion. For instance, the I am text of Jesus. There's 17 times in John's gospel that we find the words I am, and there's the 7 I am phrases. I am the bread of life. I am the light of the world. I am the door. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way and the truth and the life. And I am the vine. Are the more common, those 7 are known. And of course, there's also the passage such as John 8:28, 8:24, John 8:58, and as well as others. 8:58 is where Jesus said, before Abraham was, I am. And so these I am passages are pulling back on Exodus chapter 3, verse 14, where Yahweh is declaring he is the I am. And so there's more to understand about that, but at any rate than what we're covering here. But then there are the quotations. For instance, each of the gospel in their introduction of John, the immerser, John the Baptist, they declare and quote from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 3, in which the Bible says Isaiah prophesied that there would be one to prepare the way of Yahweh. And so each of those quotes, and there's hundreds of quotes, there's of Old Testament text in which more than 100 of those Old Testament texts, probably close to 200 of those Old Testament texts quoted in the New Testament contain either Yahweh in the text or in their context in such a way that if Kyrios is used in the New Testament quote, it's pulling the meaning of the name Yahweh into the New Testament quote. And so, for instance, how does this all play out? So I just mentioned that each of the Gospels declare the preparing of the way of Yahweh, and there's multiple quotes in each of the Gospels. And then there's Old Testament phrases. For instance, the angel of the Lord in the Old Testament, the angel of Yahweh, is found in 52 verses, a total of 56 times you'll find those words used. And it is never the angel of Adonai. It is called the angel of God at times, but we're coming down to between Adonai and Yahweh, which would be Kyrios, would be the same word used for both. And so if it is always 100% of the time Yahweh, then that phrase in the New Testament would carry that same meaning, I would think, 100% of the time. And so the inference, the theological assertion, and the functional presence of Yahweh is in the New Testament.